So when women are empowered through representations, it will rain down to younger generation, girl child and other women, role models for girls and women in leadership. Okay, I already said that. I think I already said that. I said that from the beginning. Creating a just and balanced society. Yes, I think I mentioned that already. When you see people that are not biased in their decisions, when you see representatives that are not wicked in their decisions, you will see a man, because he had asked for a woman, for my gender's consent, for a favor. There is always this exchange of favor. You rub my back and I rub your back, kind of a thing, between a man and a woman. But when it is from a woman to a woman, I think it's balanced. There is no reason for a woman to say, if you don't do this to me, if you don't give this to me, I won't do that to you. If you look out, and presently you will see a lot of representations. Women are here doing one thing for, I have an invitation on Saturday for women. We are just, I want to give it to Wema Bank. There is a program there is one of their, do I call it a program, called Sarah. Basically, to empower women. Somebody, was it a quote or is it saying that when you empower a woman, you have empowered a nation? When a woman is empowered, a nation has been empowered. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much for that. Now, looking at the way things are, you were talking about Gen Zs, and I would like to share a little bit of the experience I've had with a couple of them. Most of them are not ready to work. They just want a soft life, right? Now, with these instances where you have someone who apparently have a job and maybe something, you're not just cool with it and you decided to let it go without any cogent reason, or your attitude to stuff. Now, before now, there's a millennial, there's, I don't know what they call the previous, right? But we grew up to see our mothers hardworking. They are never, you cannot see them just sitting idle. There is something that they are doing. Is it that they are selling something? Even the ones who have an office job will still come back home to sell something, because you're trying to, make ends meet and diversify your income. Well, I'm not saying all Gen Zs are like that, but I know that there are still some who feel like, I think there was a time that there was this social media brouhaha about a lady who said she said the amount of money she uses for her body beauty product is not cheap. So if a man cannot give her ₦1 million at first or something, she is not going to accept any relationship from. She won't even listen to the person. And we have been taught to know that a man might not have today, he would have in future. Just look at the future. As long as you know that this man is not lazy. So look beyond the now, the present. Now, as women in nation building, as women who have gone further and have been able to do stuff, what would you say should be done to help these people understand that, yes, it's okay to dream, but whatever you're also dreaming about, be it first before forcing a man's child to come and be your Lord and Savior. Because whatever you want in a man, be that person first. So if you want a man who gives you money, of course, nobody wants to suffer. But if you want, because now, again, this came to mind. You know that this day and age, you talked about single mothers. Women are not afraid of divorce, unlike before, where if the man threatens divorce, you are afraid The parent will tell you there's no room in my house. But a woman who is working, who knows, will not, you won't even threaten such a woman, because as she's leaving your house, she's not going back to her parents' house. She's going to her own, is that
Made.
the place for
It's
herself?
self-made.
Which of course, we are also not trying to promote that, right? But we're just trying to balance things of that. Okay, at this point in time, women have developed over the years from being a dependent to being a provider. So in this instance, what would you say to the upcoming generation women? We are not promoting divorce. I'd like to say that clearly. Divorce is a no-no, except for reasons that has to do with threat to life. But the upcoming women who feels that if a man cannot do this, I will not stay in this, forgetting that you yourself should actually build something for yourself and leave your name in the sands of time, that when you pass on, your name will forever be remembered. It looks like I'm speaking for long, but I also want to, I hope you're noting everything. I also want to say something, that there's a news station, a TV station that has been around for 100 years plus. Apparently, the founder might have been dead. Yeah, every other person are CEOs, but they are not the founder. Now, what would we say to this generation, that for you to, by the time you're dead and gone, whatever legacy you leave behind, even people that do not know anything about you will be able to partake in it? People are working there because somebody did that. So, and this is something a woman can also do. So if you are looking for a soft life, how do you then become a bridge builder? So what would you say to this generation women?
I love the way you have brought everything out, and I'll take it back to a good woman that is representing in the community, in the church, in our workplace as a bridge builder. You spoke about Gen Z, work attitude. This boils down to upbringing. Let's go back to upbringing. How were they raised? You know, I'm so scared. I always tell my kids, a lot of things I struggle to inculcate into them. If I didn't struggle to, my parents didn't struggle to inculcate it into me. They want, like you said, like you already said, they want a very soft life. They want it easy. They want it rosy, you know, they want it slow, steady. They don't want to be forced. They don't want to be pushed. Meanwhile, they're not doing anything right. They are always engaged with their phones. But because I had a proper upbringing, it's a no-no. There is, I have this English I use always. There is a law. That's not the English I'm actually looking for in my home that has to be followed. There are rules. Recently, my daughter and I were speaking, and she was like, Mom, I don't know how you did yours. My daughter was saying that to me, that most of my friends, my female friends, are not as solid and as sound as I am morally. She was saying that to me very recently. That each time I go to, and I was like, try to impact them. I told her, try to bring about a difference. And she was like, oh, Mom, I'm not a coach like you. I wouldn't want my friends to feel mine is too
much.
She was saying that to me, very real that I'm not afraid of the voice. A 65-year-old woman came to my house and very hardworking. She actually buys eggs from me. I don't know, even if she sees this, because I didn't mention her name. She knows I think I took permission from her to talk about this because it was quite painful. She's been married for 35 years or more, but she's the wacky, chatty kind of a woman. And the husband felt he wasn't getting enough of her attention. According to the woman, she was sincere with me, and he started making life miserable for her. Imagine a 65-year-old woman being beaten at every given opportunity by her husband, being abused domestically, being thrown out. In fact, when she opened her mouth and she was telling me things she had gone through, I posted into tears and I was like, why will you go through all that? She said she didn't want people to call her names. And I was like, This woman is made business-wise. In fact, she has a nickname called Kowope. In Yoruba, you know the meaning of Kowope? Anything sellable, any business doable. She's already doing selling this, selling that. Because the husband knew quite well that she had nowhere to move to. The house they were living in was built by the two of them. The husband felt good throwing her out of the house. And that was, you said something that even women will not be scared about that. She was scared because she wasn't ready to lose her home. But her Gen Z children encouraged her to move on, got her another place, got her a new car. The husband collected everything. And within some few weeks, she moved on like nothing happened. I'm balancing this. Gen Z children, women, bridge builders, younger bridge builders. The woman that was kind of being abused, a greater bridge builder, she moved on, and today it's like nothing happened to her. When I look at her status, I look at her, I'm like, oh wow. She didn't dwell in that situation. You know, the situation that was meant to kill her, finish her. Some other women will go down and will never be able to rise again. But no, she didn't. She moved on. Then talking about legacy, God bless you. Legacy still has to do with our upbringing, how we were brought up, how we were nurtured, things we went through, things we were taught, things we know. You know, if you are the kind of a person that takes no for an answer, if you're this rugged kind of a person that nothing moves you, nothing kills your vibes. You know, the song, a particular song, nothing kills my vibe. I am not a Gen Z kind of a person, but there are some lyrics in songs that I pick. You know, a song was like, nothing kills my vibes. Whatever the situation is, it has come, it will go. So legacy is one thing we must work on. We shouldn't die. Like my daughter would always say, I'm not a coach like you. If I have my kids, they always make mockery of me. Mommy, you are a coach. You are good at teaching. You are good at helping people. And I'll be like, you have to. You have to be good at helping people too. There is no big deal about it. I wasn't born a coach. I only went for trainings. I went for seminars. I went for sessions. And I'm able to help others. I'm able to teach others. I'm able to counsel others. I will always encourage them. Your mom is a coach. You must at least be able to help others. Being a bridge builder, you must be an advocate of change. Being a bridge builder, either a man, either a woman, when you see things that are not right, you must look for a good way, a pleasant way to change the situation. Wherever you are as a bridge builder, the positivity, the vibes of positivity should be more, should be stronger. You shouldn't be anywhere and things are like, oh, this is how things are done, abnormally. Wherever you are as a bridge builder, you must be able to bring abnormalities to normalities. You know, some things are like, oh, that's the way they do it here. No. Wherever you are as a bridge builder, people should feel like, oh, he's here. She's here. Things will take a new turn. You know, that kind of a testimony, that kind of flex about you. When people see you around, I would always say about myself that I feel good when I hear Auntie Dupe. Don't call me. When Mrs. Olatunde is like a normal thing for me, but once I hear Auntie Dupe, I can feel a life being impacted. I can feel a life that value has been added to. I can feel my impact was I needed anybody call me Auntie Dupe. Everybody doesn't call me Auntie Dupe. It is those that has come across one positive thing that I have dropped or that I have done that calls Auntie Dupe. That is how a bridge builder should feel. You can say, I think I'm talking too much like you did before you handed over the baton to me. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I wish you could continue, but we're running out of time. Any final word, please?
Yeah, my final word is, I have it in conclusion, when women participate fully in bridging and community development, communities become more peaceful. I tell you, before I came on session this morning, my community was going through some things, some deceit, some selling of lands. I'm sorry, I have to say this online. And my husband kind of was in a state of confusion. And I was just like, honey, before this happened, things I've been telling him, some of the advices I've been giving him, somebody from the community came and mentioned a lot of things. And when he came, he just looked into my eyes and he said, honey, aren't you becoming a witch? That should be the role of a woman. You know, those things I've been saying in the background, those things I've been advising him. And another outsider came and laid emphasis on it. We should become more peaceful, prosperous, and prepared for the future. It comes easy with a woman. Being a bridge builder, yes, might not be an easy task, but at the end of the day, generations to come will speak about your legacy. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your time. We appreciate you always. Thank you.
Thanks for having me.
To you out there, thank you too for being part of the show. As women, we need to step up the more. You know, there's really no time. The only time that you can rest is when you die. But while you're still alive, there is a lot to be done. Until next time when I come your way again, please be safe. Bye for now.